All right, you. You have my attention. Here we are together, focusing. You know, I recorded a completely different video earlier today. I felt such a call to create an entirely different message. And I imagine if you're watching this, you've contributed to the inspiration of putting forward this message. Now, as I sat here, what I did was I surrounded myself with a couple tools. I have with me a glass of water. I've had a good nap. And so I believe with that, we have everything that is asked for in this moment to share the most clear message in this video. Fascinating. So let's find out what's coming forward. I imagine what will come out of this video, if you feel inspired to watch, will be very, I want to say, specific for you. Because if you're feeling drawn to watch this once again, I am just envisioning a certain kind of magnetism has come forward to co-create this message. So for right now, I'm going to invite us to start by taking a few breaths together if you would like to do this experiment. What I imagine this will do is I imagine it will assist us in synchronizing across time and space. And then we're going to see what message wants to come forward. A bit fun, a bit experimental, huh? Well, I enjoy co-creating this way because I find that it assists us in seeing just how flexible reality is. And the more we open ourselves up to that perspective and that perception, the more fun we can have. All right. Let's see. Let's go ahead. I'm going to clear my throat. And what I'll invite us to do is let's take a few breaths in together. So let's breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. Let's do it 2 more times. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Last one, in through the nose, out through the mouth. And I trust that whatever would like to come forward at this very precise moment is going to resonate loud and clear for us as we speak on it together. So the first inspiration, what is the new way we would like to approach resource in our lives? Looking at resource from a completely new way, a completely creative way. And I don't mean in the terms of one figuring out how to, let's say, make money within this system. This feels like the kind of creativity that is rooted in a completely new way of doing things. And yet, paradoxically, it appears to draw from, let's say, I don't want to use the word nostalgia, but it draws from something that has been before. It's like bringing the old rootstock forward to do new things. How does that resonate with you? What do you got going on that you're bringing old rootstock forward to do new things? Let's go deeper with that. I get the sense of being able to work hand in hand with your intuition, with your inner inspiration, with your ability to move beyond the rigid structure of your logical mind, and being able to work in concert, in harmony with that inner self of yours, but not in a way that's dreamy and detached, in a way that allows you to take the practical iterative steps that one might say are required to live an embodied life. I'm just going to say it like this. Your most natural power is coming online. Let's just say it this way. Your most natural power is coming online. And what I mean by that is not power that needs to prove itself, not power that needs to be shown a certain way, but the power that is inherent when you are being as you are, so fully, so completely, so authentically that it's almost like the reality around you and within you almost has no choice but to match rhythm with what's showing up within you. I get the visual of, let's say you were in waist deep water, like up to your waist, and you were moving through it. As you're moving through it, there's like a wake that forms. And in the similar way, as you are moving through reality, if you want to create that sort of imagery, it's like observing the wake and the ripples that form. If there are patterns upon patterns upon patterns that you're navigating, whether it's through your family, whether it's through your upbringing, whether it's through society, whether it's through, let's say, your soul aspect self, those things, they don't need to hold you back anymore in any way, shape, or form. They can be structure you pull from. This may be the old rootstock. But using the light of your inner discernment, you'll be able to navigate very effectively what stays, what is complete. To complete something, we don't reject it or resist it. We just complete the loop on it. It's like closing the loop. What does that mean, to close the loop? Let's take a breath in. Sometimes we unintentionally hold on to things through patterns of regret or shame or blame or guilt or non-forgiveness. When we forgive something, when we let go, we close the loop. But these things happen spontaneously. I have many videos where I talk about the embodiment of forgiveness, of letting go, things like this. It's not about being, let's say, a better person. It's not about pretending to be moral. It's like completing the process of digestion. Forgiveness could be seen as what happens when food is in your lower intestines. It's like the nutrition is extracted and what is left is prepared to be released. But you don't hold on to it. We don't hold on to the crap, so to speak. So you're being invited to release that and what that means for you. I'm curious what that means for you. What do you imagine might be ready for you to release in the now moment? I don't necessarily even mean physically from your body, although it could be, but what do you imagine might be the cycles that are ready to be closed? And the deeper question is not through the way that you thought they had to be closed, but perhaps simply by deciding you are complete with the game. One way, for example, you can complete a game of chess is to play it until one person wins, one person loses, or both draw. Another way is to get up from the game, place your focus elsewhere, to simply be complete with it. But if you choose that path, it seems relevant to mention that when you get up from the game, it's not just about your body getting up from the game and walking away. Your mind, your attention, your focus follows too. You don't keep playing it out in your mind again and again, because then we've never really left the table. So are there places in your life where you've gotten up, but you haven't really left the table? You're being invited to complete those. How might you go about doing that or being that? Shining your light of discernment on the situation and asking yourself the really clear questions of, what do I imagine is required here for this to truly be complete? Is there an outcome I'm looking for, holding on to here? Or what might be some other pathways for this to be complete so that I may live as I am now? Let's pause a moment right here and breathe. If you choose to sit right here, right now, where do you find your energy and attention going? Be aware of that. That is an answer in and of itself. All right. Next, what are you attached to in the present moment? This may be connecting with everything else, with the living of your power as it truly is. The other side of power might be the attachment to power, the attachment to outcomes, the attachment to how we imagine it must be, should be, needs to be, and what we believe we will receive from that power. But the funny thing I have found from power is this perspective, and you can try this on if you like and see how it feels, that your most powerful gift isn't there from a certain perspective, simply to fill your own cup. Through embodying your power, you nourish all of reality. In other words, the thought is the flower opens, perhaps simply for the joy of being itself. And yet, in its authentic expression to all who perceive the flower, they receive something of beauty as well. So simply by you flowering and being the empowerment you are, in your genuineness, all benefit. I wonder what that looks like and feels like for you at this moment. All right. Let's tune into the flow book. Now here's how I utilize the flow book. And you can get a copy for yourself from the description. It's a PDF, but you're also welcome to print it out for personal use. I flip a page till I get to a number. In this case, number 19. I choose to use discernment instead of judgment. This way I can be conscious of what feels true moment to moment in full awareness. All right. Judgment uses fear, pain, right and wrong to try to coerce myself and others to make choices that I think are right. It must make something wrong in order for it to be right. Discernment is freedom and love. It allows me and all my brothers and sisters to consciously make choices for each of ourselves while being aware of what their choice entails. Discernment needs nothing to be right or wrong. All may be as it is. It allows a choice to be made at the highest level by each experience of consciousness. It allows expressions of conscious love, where I can love you as you are and can let you be you and you can let me be me. I remember that I do not need to beat myself or others into doing what I think should be done. Instead, I may use discernment and choice and choose what is true to me in each moment and allow all to do the same for their chosen experience. I see the wisdom in using discernment and connecting to my fuller consciousness in each and every moment from a space of love and self-awareness. How does that resonate with you? Is that relevant for you in this now moment? And did any particular passage stand out to you? Let's take a moment and dive in just slightly deeper. Your discernment is like a laser, like a sword. Ooh, maybe like a lightsaber. It can pierce with precision. If you allow it to, it can assist you in making energy-effective choices in your life. Not because you think you need to control the path, but because you are in such a state of trust with yourself and the path that simply as the discernment arises, you feel the yes and. In the beginning, it might appear that you're cultivating this with yourself. Perhaps if you have a habit currently of listening through your mind only. But what I'm describing, discernment, is the coherence of mind-heart. And it's what you are more and more coming alive to in each day. This ability to navigate through the coherence of mind-heart allows you to move in those mythical ways, because it allows you to utilize the genius and the gifts of both your mind and your heart. It allows you to navigate between seeming worlds. And rather than rejecting or favoring one mode of being over the other, it allows you to sit effectively in, let's say, the driver's seat of all levels of your life. And remembering when to, let's say, apply action and direction, and when to release and be and let go. As you choose to reflect on what was shared here, I invite you to share with us in the comments what resonated, what you felt as you went through this experience together. If you would like, you can explore the links I have in the description for the portals available at the moment. And in all cases, I appreciate you, my friend. Thank you for being as you are in each and every moment.